Good day to you, young scallywag. It's time to finish off the Divine Party Frozen Hearts event. So I do currently have 22,000 event currency, and I have finished collecting every chest in every other level, and we only have level 6 to go. Of course, we've got the GAYO and the Divine Isis dragons to be collecting. The question is, which chest are we going to find the key, and which chest are we going to get that final Isis piece from? There is a singular battle that I cannot do on this level, but we can actually just go around that, and it ends up being cheaper than skipping the fight. So that is what we're going to do for the second chest that we're going to come up from here. I believe we've got enough to still finish everything off even if we do that. And so because I'm opening up every single chest on this level, I'm not going to worry about following the map guides because, you know, I've got enough event currency for all of them. But according to the map guide, it is cheapest to skip the first chest and move on to the next set of chests first. But again, since I cannot do the second fight here, I'm just going to have to go around this, which is going to cost more than I'd like. I think it's like 1,500-ish, something like that. And then we'll get the chest, but that's fine. That's fine. It's better than skipping because each of these battle skips are 3,200 currency. So that's why on these levels sometimes it's quite nice in the fact that you can indeed just skip and go straight around. So yeah, I mean, at the same time, this has been quite an average event, as in we've still got quite a lot of spare time for this event. Even though my luck, all things considered, was kind of below average, because I was only missing 2 chests in the entire event, so I had like 2 out of 2, 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5, and then we'll see what our luck is like on this level, shall we? Could be interesting to see. But at the same time, you know, it is nice to get a free divine for finishing off both castle events. And we are going to get Chrono Aphrodite for collecting the GAYO dragon as well. So that should be pretty neat. Remember, any of these chests could have the key in it. Any of them, as we make our way up the spiraling Christmas tree of joy. It's not going to happen though. Because when do I ever get my keys early on the final level? You can prove me wrong, game. You can. I'd be more than happy for you to prove me wrong as I'm going up here. You know. But we are nearing the end of the event now, so we've got 2 more chesticles to go. But yeah, how much time do we actually have left? 2 days exactly, pretty much, from the refresh timer. That is assuming I can actually get these final 2 chests with this currency. I think it's going to be close. It's going to be very close. And there we go. We got our key out of chest number 5 instead of the final chest, but that is fine. That means that now we have GAYO and Chrono Aphrodite is ours. So humans, I'd like to thank you for accompanying us. You are now privy to information that only dragons have known. Those who have escaped from the underworld ruins are called PRIMAL DRAGONS. They are very old, very strong, and very volatile. You must be prepared. So people have been pointing out this thing about PRIMAL DRAGONS, and at the moment they don't exist in game. But the fact that they have alluded to them is making people think that, are these like the stronger divines or the stronger ancients that exist? And are these going to come out at some point? Possibly. Possibly. Oh, no, 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 no. I refuse to be involved with another ancient prophecy. Underworld ruins? Ancients? Primals? Whatever. Dad, did you... Somehow I feel I understand everything and nothing at all. For once in my life I am quite confused, my boy. And in moments like this, I trust dragons. So that does end the event. That gives us Mr. Beautiful GAYO Dragon. Very wonderful. I love him. I love his colours. I love everything about his name. And we will get this bad boy hatched as soon as possible to get Chrono Aphrodite added to our game. And we also have this badge. Complete both castle events during the Divine Fest, the 2 suns, and we get the Cthulhu badge. Or tentacle badge, because let's be honest, this does not look like a Christmas tree. It looks like Cthulhu in like tree form. I cannot be the only one that thinks that. It's just true. It's just what it looks like. I'm just being real with you. That is definitely a Cthulhu badge. I said it before the event even came out. When I saw that badge, I was like, that's a Cthulhu badge. Are we getting, like, other mystical deities in the game? Because that's what it felt like. And then we should be able to do all of these remaining fights. Thank goodness to the DML wiki for always having the required elements listed, because otherwise we wouldn't know whether it's best to go and skip around areas, skip fights, things like that. I mean, you can normally find out when you go to do them anyway, but just having that information ahead of time just helps, just to know what's going on with the events. So I did miss one singular reset, I think it was yesterday, just because I was like, I know I'm going to finish anyway, so having around about 2 days of leeway for these events is pretty standard, and it does mean that you can miss a few resets here and there, and you should be okay, as long as you've got most of the elements required. Again, I only skipped that singular battle in this entire event, so I'm quite lucky that my dragons worked out nice and well, but even if you didn't have all the required elements, you should have been able to make your way through this event. And so here we are at the top of the bountiful Christmas tree, opening up the final chest of this event. And there we have it, 46 out of 46 pieces for the Isis dragon. We claim that, and there is a new divine for our Windows account. The top of Isis appears to be cut off, but don't worry about that. That's unimportant. So yes, I have managed to get the Isis dragon before. I just didn't manage to get it on my Windows account before. This was way back when I played on my Android account. So now we actually have 3 new dragons to get hatching. That's a lot of dragons to get hatching. I'm not used to it anymore. I guess we will pop the Isis dragon, and yeah, I guess we'll pop GAYO in there, because GAYO is definitely one that I want to get out sooner rather than later. I could use a hatching token just because I'm really lazy. Should I do it? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna skip. Don't do what I do. You shouldn't waste your relics like I do, but YOLO, I don't care. And there we go. Now my hatchery is basically completely full for a good while. We have 3 new dragons in there, 2 dragons that will be available in a day, and then the Isis dragon that will be available in 4 days' time. So if we take a look at all of the available dragons for this event, the only dragon from the entire event that I'm actually going to be missing, except for Posh, because he's part of the weekend event, is going to be Hoagie. So all things considered, having all these dragons feels pretty good. But again, he is part of a farming fanatic event. He's always been part of these weekend events, which is gathering food from any source. And you'll see that some of the scores get ridiculous on these leaderboards. 25 million food collected. It's a lot of food to get collecting from any source just over one weekend. Like, I don't know where they get all of that from, some of them. But I digress. That is basically the end of the Divine Fest now. The Love Collection does last an extra week so that you can get all of the Divines hatched if you didn't have a lot of hatchery space. But Chrono Aphrodite should be here within, well, we'll unlock Chrono Aphrodite in a day, and then Chrono Aphrodite will also have to be hatched, so that's going to be another 4 days. So in 5 days' time, nearly a full week, we will have Chrono Aphrodite finally, after this long. Also, one thing that I do want to point out is that I'm currently on daily rewards, and honestly, this is really not a bad daily reward. Day 28, we get 45 enchantment tickets. That's really not too bad. One thing that I do enjoy about this, we still have the login reward dragons, but I really am a big fan of the improved daily rewards. You know, when DML does bad thing, I say it bad thing, but this is one of the good changes that I've seen in game. At the same time, we wouldn't need to rely on daily login rewards for enchantment tickets if Arena wasn't so broken, but you win some, you lose some. But anyway, for now, I guess I can get all of these up to 100% completed if I want to, just for the extra resources, but I am gonna chillax, put my legs up, not worry about DML, maybe play more Pokemon Unite or something, I don't know. But for now, we could chill out until we get the anniversary event coming through, and we do have a calendar event coming as well, so some of you will be excited for that. But anywho, for now, I hope that you managed to get everything you wanted out of this event, and until next time, I hope to see you then.